Royals. It is Constance with QueenlyMe.com, your place for tips, insight, and inspiration on relationships, purpose, and wellness. And today, I want to help you make a very tough decision. In the past, I had a really bad habit of settling in my relationships because that's just really, really easy to do when you don't know your worth. Okay, amen, praise God. But what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to this topic, you're in safe hands because your girl has been there and done that more times than I care to admit. So if you aren't 100% sure about your boo just yet, then pay attention because these 4 things just might save you from marrying the wrong person. The first sign that you're probably settling in your relationship is if you find yourself interested in other people. A person's eyes will always wander when they feel like they can find better. So if you're tempted to flirt or just flat out cheat, then that's a sign that you aren't getting everything that you need and want out of your relationship. If you stay in a relationship like this, then you will either cheat or you will subconsciously be overly flirtatious with other people in front of the person you're in a relationship with. And this is because you're going to harbor some resentment towards them for not being everything that you need and want. The second sign that you might be settling in your relationship is that you hide them. You're always trying to find creative ways to date indoors, and when you do go out, you go all the way across town so you won't bump into anybody you know. It's a whole lot of Netflix and Chinese food, you know. You take them to the movies a lot because it's a dark place, you know, just dip in, dip out real quick. Your friends probably think you're lying about even being in a relationship because every single time they invite you and your boo out to an event, he's always busy. She's always gotta work. I'm like, he ain't. They lying. They ain't dating nobody. I ain't never seen them. It's because you're hiding them because you know you're settling. When you aren't sure about the person that you're dating, the last thing you want to do is bring them around your friends. Because how many of you know that your friends will spare no expense on ragging you and your little date right there in front of everybody? Not one expense. Wait a minute. So if you stay in a relationship like this, you are either going to end up with your boo being your only best friend because you're too afraid to take him out and socialize with other people. You're going to start dropping off of their calendars, off of their radars. They're not going to ask you to go nowhere because you're never going to come because you're embarrassed about your boo. Or be prepared for your boo to be upset that you're always leaving them out. Because every time they ask to come, oh, can I come with you? No, you know, it's just the girls this time. You know, it ain't going to be nobody there. It ain't even going to be fun. They're not having that. That's going to cause issues. And when I say your boo is going to be your only best friend, it may sound cute, but it's highly unhealthy. You want your boo to be your best friend, not your only friend. Sign number 3 that you're probably settling is that your family doesn't like them. And a lot of people underestimate this sign because, well, our families are all insane. Are they not? They are. They are. But you cannot deny the fact that they've known you all your life, and they're really good about picking up on things that we refuse to see when we're in love. And a part of you knows that, so that's why you're trying to keep your boo away from your family as long as possible. They've been asking for months to meet your parents, to meet your family. And you're like, no, I really need to protect you from them because they're crazy. When really, you know they're crazy enough to just out you in front of the whole family. If you stay in a relationship like this, then one of 2 things is going to happen. Your family will either run them off, clean off, and you will never see them or hear from them again, or your boo is going to cause you to be isolated from your family. And if neither of these things happen and you manage to stay with your boo and stay close to your family, then just be prepared to live a life of horror, especially on the holidays, because every single time it's gonna go down. And the last but definitely not least sign that you are settling is that your relationship with your boo is taking you further away from God. If the person you're in a relationship with does not make you feel closer to God and more of yourself, then that's an automatic downgrade. My exes always had really good and logical reasons for why I should drink with them, smoke with them, have sex with them. I'm just being real. But every time I wanted to do what was right and, clean up my life a little bit, how many of y'all know I got zero support for that? Zero support in my relationships for trying to do the right thing. If I wanted to pass on the alcohol tonight, if I wanted to abstain from sex, oh, no. Now you lost it. Why you changed all of a sudden? Who is this person? You didn't used to be like this. Zero support. If you stay in a relationship like this, then you will constantly be put in a position where you will have to choose between them and between following God. And please take it from me, that is the most dangerous place to be in. You never want that to even be a question in your mind. I was dating a guy once, and when we started off the relationship, I was not being pure and wholesome, okay? But like and please don't judge me, a few years down the line, I'm like, you know what? I really want to change my life. I am going to stop drinking. I'm going to stop, I'm going to be celibate. And I went to my boyfriend and I explained all this to him. And basically the conclusion was, you can do right or you can be single. And I chose to be single. And I said, you know what, Lord, if I have to be single for the rest of my life, I will never be in a relationship like that ever again. And he said, good, because guess what? You were 2 months from committing suicide. He literally told me that. And I said, you know what? That makes sense, because I had never been more unhappy in any relationship at any time in my life than when I was in that relationship, constantly making the wrong choice between saving my relationship and choosing to be saved. So if you are currently with a boo that you're kind of on the fence about, I hope that this cleared up a lot of things for you. Or if you haven't met your boo yet, I hope that these gave you an idea of the signs that you need to be looking for. So this one was short and sweet. I really just wanted to get to the point this time. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of craziness like I usually do. A little bit. I will see you same place, same day next week.